Ezreal, Vi, Soraka. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or it could be morning, whenever you happen to be watching this. We have another game brought to you by Niche. Right now, we have the blue team, which is our Redditor pre-made group that I'm rooting for, against the evil red team, which of course I'm not biased against at all. I just think that they're going to lose in a horrible, lingering death. Yeah, of course. Well, anyway, back to the game. We're going to look at the lanes here, and it's important to note that we have Ryze for the top lane. Cordy Birdie has been trying that a lot, and we'll see if he can pull it off. Sometimes he does, and then sometimes it doesn't go quite as well. Anyway, for the jungle, we have Vi and Pantheon. In the mid lane, we have LeBlanc versus Zyra. And in the bottom lane, we have Ezreal Soraka versus an Ashe Taric. So for the top lane, I think Ryze might have this, but with the top lane, Ryze, you're going to be quite sure. In the jungle, Vi has been doing pretty well. Her ganks are pretty good. She has lots of good damage, and her ultimate works very well. But then again, Pantheon is great for jumping up. I'm giving a slight advantage to Vi on this one, but with the jungle, it's more what the lanes are doing and how the jungle is able to gank than anything else. In the mid lane, we have Zyra versus LeBlanc. Now, LeBlanc is a great AP assassin, so I'm going to have to give her the advantage on that. In team fights, I think Zyra's a bit better because she has a massive AoE knockup, but the whole point of going LeBlanc is to get the assassin and then kill everybody before that's an issue. In the bot lane, we have Ezreal Soraka versus the Taric Ashe. Now, I think a slight advantage is going to go to the Ezreal Soraka because they have slightly better sustain, but if there's all-ins, then it's definitely going to go to the Taric Ashe because Taric stun, there's not much you can do for it. Now we do have a lot of harass coming down this mid lane, and apparently Ezreal didn't connect, which means that it's going to have a lot of a hard time CSing when he's set back at base. Now early on, just as planned, LeBlanc is pushing hard and harassing down pretty well. There we go, getting a good chunk of damage down. And we have Pantheon looking into the lone Soraka sitting at half health, stun from Taric, shatter, heal from Soraka. Soraka almost made it out of that one. Okay, she didn't almost make it out, but she almost killed the Pantheon. So Ezreal's back, and he's gonna have the Pantheon getting a kill. It isn't so bad, simply because if it had been on Ashe, Ezreal would have been in a lot of trouble. So here we go, top lane. Ryze being pushed against. 5 CS to 11, so the early bits not going so well for him. We'll see if he can pull this back up later. Getting some good harass down on Xin Zhao though, so who knows? This is one to keep the eye on. Now at the bottom, we have the Ashe Taric pushing up, but no big surprise. Soraka is back. Soraka really didn't buy anything because you don't have a chance to. So still just that small lead. And up in the mid lane, looks like we have a gank going on here. Let's rewind and see what happens. Here's Vi coming in. You're going to charge in. Oh! And LeBlanc dodging that, but still having to go in. And then being picked up by Zyra. A well done gank, forcing LeBlanc to zoom back to where she was within range of Zyra or get hit by the Vi. So let's put this on direct camera and see where it takes us. Now we speed back up to live. Everybody dancing back and forth. Taric has taken some harass, and Ezreal doing his best to keep everything going. Nothing else really happening here. Taric getting a stun on Soraka. And then LeBlanc coming in, possibly for the kill against Zyra. And there's Argos. That's the power of LeBlanc. Now we do have Vi down bottom. Now she thinks that she was seen, so nothing's really going to happen, but I don't think she was. She could just go in there and they could kill Taric if only they knew he was there. Sadly, they didn't, and so Taric just walks in and whacks Soraka. It's always fun to see the supports go and hit each other when they know that they have to use everything against the AD carries. Up top, Xin Zhao is not having much of a lead as he did before, and it seems that Ryze is being able to get something on him. Pantheon getting his red buff here. And so far, everybody's sitting back and being content to farm at the 5-minute mark. We have Xin Zhao up 5 CS on Ryze, but that's not really where things are going to take place. Once Ryze gets a tier, and oh, never mind, we have Pantheon coming up the top lane, Ryze being caught out hard, and the 2 forms of hard CC for the red team really hurting him. So it's going to send him back. Will he have enough for the tier? That's the question. Once he has the tier, he'll have some mana regeneration and start down more harass. Looks like that's a no at this point. Mid lane, LeBlanc harassing down, but we have Vi coming in. Oh! LeBlanc getting hit by the stun and only taking about half her health. They were hoping on doing more damage there, I think, but only so much you can do without getting the Vi's ultimate to pop everything up. We do have Xin Zhao pushing in the top lane, really increasing this lead. He's got double the CS on Ryze, and that's going to start hurting really, really quickly. Stun from Taric, and just a bit of harass. Nothing really going to happen down there. Now back at the top lane, level 6 Xin Zhao to level 5, and Ryze was able to get the tier. I guess he sat base and waited for that a little bit. Now this is dangerous here in the middle, because LeBlanc, though low health, does have mana. Oh, caught by the roots, able to get out. Such a risky bit here. Oh, Zyra ultimate, catching her on the edge and just wham, hitting her for all of her health. Now she had left anyway, just enough. Well played there. Soraka taking a good bit of harass, Ignite going down, but that's not going to be enough. Yeah, surviving with about 200 health. And the heal backup. Always the annoying part of playing against a Soraka. She has that bloody heal. Keeps herself back up. But she doesn't have a stun, so Taric should be happy and go with that. Ras coming down Ezreal. Ezreal in bad position right now. But he's able to make it out alive thanks to the heal from Soraka. So the blue team slightly winning in the bottom lane here. The Soraka did die, but Ezreal is up 12 CS on Ashe. So that's a pretty nice lead to have this early. We do have in the mid lane a 12 CS advantage for LeBlanc, though it's 2-1 in kills. 2 for Zyra, 1 for LeBlanc, and LeBlanc has died twice. So really gold slightly in the favor of Zyra with that one. And Blanc missing her chains there, but still doing great damage. And Vi coming in. LeBlanc getting hit really hard, but still being able to take down Zyra. And back in the bottom lane, we also had a gank going on at the same time. Pantheon here sitting in the Dragon Pit. One must assume that this is just in range for his ultimate. Here he comes in, right behind him. So Taric going down there. And then Pantheon coming in and ultimating in and just saving the day. So Ashe was not there. They did the entire fight without Ashe, which is kind of an issue. When you do a gank, you want to have the entire lane there. Otherwise, that could happen. So Pantheon going back, taking his own blue, not giving it to LeBlanc. So I guess he doesn't want LeBlanc to have it, even though that would probably really help against Zyra. It'd be a good thing to do. Cough, cough, hint, hint. But apparently he's not listening to me. Now that's what you get. So we do have Vi pushing down the mid turret here. Might get hit really hard, being surrounded by 3 people right now. Stun coming in. Xin Zhao gonna get the pop-up? Yes? No? Ah, no. Vi be able to get away. And wards coming down. Remember everybody, Wards save lives, and if you don't die, you win. That's the whole plan. If nobody on your team dies, you win. Unless it was some really crazy game, which I'm sure someone will probably try to prove me wrong. But you have Ashe taking some pot shots on Soraka, getting hit a bit back in return. That's all you can do. 45 to 58 the CS in the bottom lane, 39 to 50 in the top lane. So Xin Zhao does have the advantage right now, but it's not as bad as it was early when he's able to get that free kill. In the mid lane, looks like we have LeBlanc still winning against Zyra, 42 to 36. And Ashe Arrow coming up, missing just by a hair. And missing in top lane too. That could have been a beautiful setup, but they were able to see it coming and dodge. Now LeBlanc is really low. She's under half health against the Zyra. And Zyra does have half of her mana, so we could see something happening there. Okay, we have this sneaky Pantheon coming in for the lane gank on top. We have Xin Zhao at half health. Ryze sitting a little bit damaged, but still at reasonably full health. And he still has some amount of mana, which is always the key for Ryze. Now he's got the free farm here, while Xin Zhao and Pantheon just sit in bushes, waiting for him to do something. Let's see if this works out. He puts the ward down. Xin Zhao gets the pop-up. Pantheon gets the stun. Ryze hits his ultimate, but it's not enough. They're able to get him. He had the smart ward, but he wasn't able to get it in time. Now, I think there's a way to stand over in this area and put a ward down there. I think there is. I know there's all sorts of tricks for placing wards. Just not quite sure if that's one of them. Here we have Vi taking on Pantheon. Vi does have an advantage in health, chasing the Pantheon. Got red buff. LeBlanc coming in, throwing out the damage. Vi missing her ultimate. I didn't know it was possible to miss like that. But Vi picking up the kill there against LeBlanc. Xin Zhao picking up Vi. Oh, Zyra really missing that flash right there. And the Ashe Arrow coming in to make sure that Xin Zhao gets it. And the passive from Zyra just going and killing Xin Zhao. Always gotta watch for that one. And Pantheon sitting there getting away with just a sliver of health. Really annoyed on that one. Overall, that ended up just as a 2 for 2, so not the worst thing in the world. It seemed Tarek's trying to get some harass down on Soraka. Well, Ezreal is lengthening his lead here. 86 CS to 61. That's a big lead. And as soon as Ezreal goes back to buy, that is really going to show. Right now, we have Ashe that just went back. She got a Brutalizer. Now that is a very curious buy. Usually you'll see people go for a Zeal or a Bloodthirster or Infinity Edge first. Not the Brutalizer. I'm assuming she wants to combo that with Tarek's Shatter, where he will lower the armor. Oh, Pantheon coming in. Will Pantheon get a kill? LeBlanc coming in too. Ooh, that LeBlanc damage. Getting the kill under the turret, and Soraka not getting the suicide. As I was saying, that Ashe Brutalizer trying to get the damage and armor penetration to combo with the Shatter from Tarek, not a bad idea. But for bottom, really gonna hurt. So we do not have a red buff onto Vi, so this gank is gonna walk away. Oh, Ryze going for the flash and his ultimate to give him that speed boost. Wasn't close enough. And there's the dragon for the red team. Ezreal ultimate coming across too late, but it's always worth a shot. Ezreal has a ultimate has a low cooldown. And we have LeBlanc even with CS with Zyra now. This is very important because LeBlanc is the assassin. She has to go and get ahead early, otherwise she's in real trouble late game. So Vi coming in, helping with Pantheon, using her ultimate, double knock-up, Ashe Arrow missing by just inches again. And Zyra getting the kill onto Pantheon. Okay, didn't really see that coming. And LeBlanc being able to get Zyra there and walking away, because Vi really needs more CC from a red buff or a frozen mallet or something. Otherwise, it's easy for people to walk away from her, as you've seen happen twice so far. Once with Xin Zhao, once with Pantheon. So far, when we look at the gold, 2.1k to 18k, so a 3 gold advantage, excuse me, 3,000 gold advantage for the red team right now, and 10 to 7 in kills. So it's a small advantage, but a definite advantage right now that they can push and possibly have them win the game. But the blue team is still in a laning phase here, and they can definitely pull this one back. Especially because their AD carry is much more fed than the red teams. Because we have right now a BF sword on Ezreal, compared to just a brutalizer on Ashe. So that's going to be a big difference there. Rai putting down some good damage onto Xin Zhao, but he's more interested in saving his turret in the CS than he is on poking him down. So we have LeBlanc here. LeBlanc wants to go in, full combo, missing the chains onto Zyra, and then running away. Not what I expected. Pantheon switching out though, doing an old school tag team style. And Pantheon not gonna go in. All Zyra had to do was hit those seeds right there, and Pantheon would have been hurt. Whether or not he could have killed her, I'm not sure. Zyra is pretty full health. Now look at the CS for top lane, still almost dead even. These two top laners are really going at it, but Xin Zhao has 3 kills. Well, Ryze has been killed twice. So this top Ryze not working out so well this time. And for the junglers, we have Pantheon definitely winning, but the Ashe arrow, knowing exactly where she was going to be on Soraka, leads to a 3v3 here. Soraka ultimate coming out. Vi's putting down as much damage as possible, but Vi goes down, and it looks like Taric wants to catch out Ezreal here if it's possible. Ashe, one more shot. Will she get it? No! The Pantheon here. Pantheon does pick it up. Pantheon is ignited. And the last banana does enough damage that the Ignite can get it with the last tick. Well done by Soraka there to make sure Ezreal got the kill, because I honestly don't think you get it without that. Soraka does die in response though. And while that was happening, we have another kill that we missed up top. Or in mid lane. Let's go back a bit further. Here we go. We have to way far back for this one. We have everything happening mid. So the bottom stuff going on, and then LeBlanc coming in from behind. There is a seat next to her. She's got blue buff. She dodges out of everything and just throws the full combo, which slaughters Zyra. Let's jump ahead. And here we go. Back to where we need to be. We have LeBlanc trying to put more damage down and just walking away, but ooh, that damage onto Zyra. So powerful. And Pantheon here. Oh, Pantheon able to do some good damage. Zyra getting the kill. Ashe arrow coming in. Very well timed Ashe arrow. Ashe is hitting a lot of those arrows. A lot more than the blue team would like right now. And with that, they are able to kill LeBlanc, who has been such a pain. LeBlanc is 5-5, while Zyra is 6-5. Both of these mid laners getting lots of health, and Xin Zhao coming in, wanting to kill Zyra really badly. Heal coming in from Soraka, saving her life for a second, but then everybody collapsing down, and that's all she wrote. So, with that, the red team is now 5 kills up, keeping steady at a 3,000 gold lead. So as the game goes on, that 3,000 gold is going to be worth less and less, simply because it's all proportional. It's 24,000 to 27,000. We should have Dragon Beam coming up in about 2 minutes, and if the blue team can get a hold of that, that would definitely help them. Now the red team has absolutely no wards up right now. If you notice on the map, there are no little red dots there to say it's a ward. There's only one for the blue team right now, a defensive one at their blue buff. Oh, LeBlanc coming in, Pantheon stun, LeBlanc getting shot off the combo, not getting the full combo because Ezreal is able to blink away. Ezreal doing some damage from the back. Ultimate goes across, doing some damage. Is it enough to get him to run away? Oh, we have Ryze wants to go on LeBlanc. Able to get the Rune Prison down the same time he's stunned out. Ooh, good damage coming out from Ryze, but not quite enough to kill LeBlanc. So you have the blue team coming pushing down. They should be able to take the turret. All they have to do is sneeze on this turret and it's down. There we go. But while they're doing that, Xin Zhao is doing the exact same thing to the inner top turret. And he's still going. This Xin Zhao definitely causing trouble. Vi is coming to stop him. Should be able to. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have Ezreal getting hit and killed. There we go. Ryze trying to do some damage. Pantheon, will it go down? Will it go down? Will it go down? One more shot, one more shot, one more shot. No! Pantheon shield saving him from Zyra's one basic attack. And Zyra getting sandwiched here. And LeBlanc goes in. Not a whole lot Zyra could really do there. Zyra missing the passive. But I'm not sure that would have been enough to kill LeBlanc. She's got a good bit of health on her right now. So, only one kill for the blue team right there on Taric. Everybody else sitting at such low health. So, not looking very good for the blue team. Even though I was hoping they would win. Because they're the Reddit team and I play with them, but no such luck. But we must hold out hope. We cannot give up. Mostly because the game is still going, and otherwise we have nothing left to talk about. So, back to the mid lane here. We do have Ashe still down 20 CS, but coming back with a lot of assists. 2, 1, and 10 with the early Black Cleaver. So this is something that used to be run a lot when Black Cleaver was really, really overpowered. Just running 6 Black Cleavers at everybody. But it's still a very good item. And Ashe decided to rush it to combo with Pantheons. Once the two of them get in a team fight, no one will have very much armor left, if any. Now we do have a Rod of Ages down on Ryze, the Tear, and a Warden Spell, so Pantheon shouldn't be doing too much damage against him. Ryze able to pick up that kill, and Vi coming in. The exhaust blown on Vi there. That was definitely a bad idea, blowing exhaust and running away. But they're able to get some damage down, force Vi back a bit. They're still pushing on that inhibitor turret on the top. Well, Ezreal is looking on the bottom here, poking down on Taric. I don't know if he's going to go for the turret or not. Taric with the stun, but it's more delaying tactic until somebody shows up. So if nobody shows up, Ezreal's going to be able to take that turret. And there's nothing Taric can do about it. And there's the dragon. Just like I was saying, the blue team needs this dragon. They need all the help they can get because they are down by 3,000 gold. There they go. So here we have the red team setting a nice little trap. Vi is about to walk into it too. Oh! I just walked into it. And got the slow. I think she's dead. Oh. Oh! That spear coming through and chasing her through the charge. Able to pick it up. And Soraka in a lot of trouble now. Zyra also going down in all the madness, trying to kill LeBlanc. And Soraka, yep, she's dead. That's 4 down. And we've missed another kill down bottom here. Go back, see if we can find exactly what happened. Okay. Okay, it's here mid. Ryze killing Ashe. Where's Ryze? I mean, Ryze is killing Ashe. We'll just let that one go and speed it back up throw. We have everybody dying on the blue team and not any people dying on the red team. So we have Ezreal getting chased down by Taric actually. Mid turret going down for the blue team. We kind of saw this one coming. After winning a big team fight, you push the turret there. So increasing the gold lead, it's a 5,000 gold lead right now. That's not pretty at all, not something you want to have to deal with. We do have Ryze catching out Ashe, but then is forced to flash because Taric is right there. But will Rise go down? No, the heal from Soraka saving that one. So Taric wants to go in and get something, but not going to happen. Taric knows he's dead. There's not a big chance for him to come back from that one. And so, just as I was saying, it's not looking good for the blue team. A double kill for the AD carry, which is really, really good. If you want to get somebody fed, it's the AD carry, because once they're into the late game, the AD carry does more damage than anyone else. And Ezreal's really good at staying alive too, so good luck to that. He is doing very well for CS. Ezreal is 175 to the 124 of Ashe. That's over 50 CS up. And getting the 2 kills, though, Ashe does have 11 assists. So that's a lot of gold for Ezreal right now. In the top lane, Rise is still losing, more or less. No other way to put it. He's trying to get his CS back up, but he's still at 110 to the 166 of Xin Zhao. Now we do have Vi here with our Frozen Mallet holding down the Xin Zhao, and there we go. That's why slows are so nice. Because now he's dead. Is he? Oh, come on. No, he has to be dead. Oh, there we go. Vi using her ultimate to finish him off. Well worth it. Asher coming up, trying to help Xin Zhao, but he is already dead. So we have the red team here going in the jungle, looking for somebody like Soraka here who's about to die. We have Rise being burst down by LeBlanc and Taric. And Pantheon getting caught here, but he should be able to make it away just fine. LeBlanc going ballsy as ever, taking Soraka to about 2/3 health, and then backing off herself.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
While all this is happening, we have Ashe split pushing. These split pushes have really hurt the blue team. Soraka almost going down, but healing herself to keep alive. And we have the blue team pushing down against the red team. Should be another kill here on Taric. But while this is happening, you have Ashe pushing to the bottom. She might get another turret while this is happening here. But let's see how this goes. We have Soraka being taken down under the enemy turret. Xin Zhao coming in, trying to get something. They did get the turret, that's good. And Rise down bottom, trying to hold off the Ashe. Ashe forced to flash. And use her arrow. Now we have a duel coming out. Rise versus Ashe. Rise is waiting for cooldowns. We'll be able to do it. There it is. The Rise has pretty consistent damage. And he also has the mana immune right now. Almost charged up to the Mura mana. And he also has the armor there, and ooh. There we go. Zyra just getting caught by Pantheon. Nothing she could do. So, right now, it's 27 to 20. 3,000 gold lead for the red team now, so that gold lead is kind of shrinking a bit. But they still have 2 inhibitor turrets that have taken some damage for the blue team. This bottom one is just about ready to go too. So they'll have to play very carefully and make sure they don't give an opening for another split push, which the red team seems to love. Pantheon getting his red buff here. And let's take a look at the support items. We have Taric going very curiously to a Rod of Aegis. He's not going for any aura items, or he's working on the Aegis right now, but he doesn't have any as a first item. He's not going for the Crucible or anything else, he's just going straight into damage and health. Not something you see very often. Asher coming out onto Rise should be a dead Rise. Taric still has a stun up, which he's not using. And there we have Vi coming in, picking up the Ashe. Probably going to be able to kill Taric here. There we go. Ezreal coming in from this back here. And double kill for Vi. Though LeBlanc was able to pick up Ezreal. Just all that burst. All it takes. So rewind here and see exactly what's happening in the mid lane. We have Soraka being chased by Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao diving hard. Soraka melting under that. And Pantheon and Xin Zhao diving the Zyra. So Pantheon taking turret hits. Zyra getting the kill for that. And the double kill for Zyra. That's really good. If you have somebody diving you and you can't live, kill them instead. So let's catch back up with Live here. We have LeBlanc going on to Vi, Vi walking away. And here we go, back up with Live. So now that 3,000 gold difference is now a 2,000. And the blue team is playing very well and getting back into this. If they can just farm up a bit, they really have a chance at this one now. We have Dragon back up again, and it looks like the red team is going to go for it. Let's see, the blue team is doing nothing, and I don't have any warriors in the area. This is probably going to be a free dragon, which is an issue. Whenever you're behind, you want to make sure you can get the dragons as much as possible, or at least make them pay for it. You know, get a turret, get a couple kills for it, but giving them a free dragon is not the way to go. Ashe are coming out on Ezreal. LeBlanc trying to throw some damage down, but he's able to get away in time. That astral shift from Ezreal is really a pain. In the mid lane, we have LeBlanc chasing down Zyra, getting the stun off, but not that much damage. Look at the items. Pantheon has a frozen mallet, and he also has a black cleaver, so going for some damage, but not full-on damage. There's Vi catching Ashe out, because when it comes to one-on-one, Ashe isn't the best. She can kite pretty well, but ouch. Tarek's still in there, LeBlanc going down. They're just feeding these guys in conveyor style. So there we go, another kill going down. And then Pantheon also going down. That was an ace for one. Ryze going down, but giving them every other member of the team right there. That's a definite mistake, and turns the gold lead to almost nothing. At a point like this, you have two options. You can either go for a turret, or you can go for a Baron. Blue team right now is going to go for a turret and the inhibitor, and then back out. I don't think we'll have time to go for a Baron after this, though they are relatively good health. Only Zyra is taking any damage, and they do have the Vi to tank it. Very curious that Vi and Pantheon have got almost the exact same build. Pantheon just went for the boost mobility, where Vi went for Mercury Treads. Besides that, identical builds. They are going in for Baron here. This could be a big risk, so we'll see how fast they can get it. See the red team over here coming in. They did do a good job of warding up, but the red team knows exactly how high in they are. Baron is so low, they get it. They do get Baron. Even if Zyra dies here, that was well worth it. So Zyra's going to run out. Are they going to try and chase this down? Blanc jumping over, and not going to go for it. So the blue team was able to get an inhibitor and a turret, and Ryze coming in. Ryze tanky enough to take a bunch of hits, while Vi's doing damage. They don't have everybody here yet though. Ashe flashing out of the Zyra ult, and staying alive there. That was a quick pickup, but Ezreal was able to pick up the Jhin off that. I didn't think the Jhin was that low, but apparently just 1 for 1 there, and the red team running back to base quickly, and LeBlanc getting picked up while she runs away. So just with that, we have the gold lead in favor of the blue team for the first time this game. They're up 2,000 gold with a Baron buff. So that is going to be very important. Let's see what they do with it. First, they're just going to go for the top turret. And they might be able to get 2 or 3 turrets off of this. They do have the middle inhibitor down that they were able to get from the team fight. So they should be able to turn this around pretty well. Now we do have Ryze with the Mura mana, which means that single target spells and attacks, and do twice the amount of 170 as magic damage. I mean, it's crazy for Ryze. He's going to be the single target nuker, along with the Frozen Heart, so he has cooldown reduction and crazy armor, and tons of mana to go with the Mura mana that eats away tons of mana, and he has a Negatron Cloak, so he's going to be incredibly hard to kill. For Vi, we have an Aegis coming out, along with the Black Cleaver and Frozen Mount, so she'll be pretty tanky. On Zyra, we have Death Cap, Leander's Torment, and Rod of Ages, which means she doesn't have that much defense, but if she can get a couple spells off across the team, like her ultimate, they are going to be hurting a lot. For the AD carry, we have Ezreal, Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, which is about all you can ask. He also has the Negatron Cloak to help for the LeBlanc, because the LeBlanc can kill him, doesn't matter how much damage he could do if he was alive, he's dead. Support, we have the Crucible, which is one of my favorite items because it gives crazy good mana regeneration, because it builds out the Chalice, and it also heals and removes a condition. So if somebody is silenced or stunned, there you go. Also the Lock of Iron Solari, which is classic. We have two people getting caught out here. Ezreal getting caught, and then LeBlanc getting caught. So 2 good damage dealers. And who's gonna die here? We have Zyra getting pulled in here. Red team running away. Vi is gonna go in, slowing Pantheon. It should be a dead Pantheon. Yep, there we go. Wow, the blue team is really turning this around. They were losing by 5,000 gold at one point, and now they are pushing down a second inhibitor. Wow, well done. So we have the blue team here pushing in for Nexus turret. I'm not sure if they can get this, but they definitely think they can. And there's Ryze showing exactly the power of that Mura mana. Like I was saying, he does crazy single target nuking. And the second Nexus turn going down, there's Taric dead, and that is good game. Well, good comeback for the team that I was rooting for, of course. And that is the game. Good games coming out from both sides. And at 36 minutes and 59 seconds, it's victory, with a double Nexus explosion because they killed it along with the surrender. So, good game everybody. We will see you next time.